You know, the person to be most often struck by lightning was this dude named Roy Sullivan. He got struck by lightning 7 times. Wacky, eh?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think it takes to get whacked by lightning so many times? What do you think his job was?
Probably going on top of skyscrapers.
To
Clean things.
clean the top of skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Good guess. No, he's a park ranger, actually.
Or maybe because he's just tall.
Maybe, but no. Anyway,
Are we talking about genes?
what, like genes or
Genetics.
Oh, we've already done that. No, I know you want to keep talking about, but we ain't gonna do that. No, today we are talking about possibly a broad topic, but that's okay. See where it goes. Food. Learning stuff.
Risky.
So, what is food? What is this food stuff that everyone's talking about?
Food is a type of nutrients we need for the body.
Well, food is not a nutrient, but it's something with nutrients.
Yeah, it holds nutrients and vitamins that we need to live for. There's actually little germs in our stomach acid that take those nutrients.
Bacteria and enzymes. Friendly ones, not the nasties. And they do what?
So they break down the food and they get the nutrients. So then they bring it to the brain, and then the brain sorts it out, just giving it to the blood vessels, to the muscles.
Right. It translates the energy from food into something that the body can use for energy and for other functions. Right. So that's food in a nutshell, ain't it? What is junk food?
Junk food is a type of food that also you can gain nutrients, but except that it's kind of bad. I mean, you do get nutrients from it, but there's
what
downside.
kind of nutrients?
Well, you get different types of nutrients, but also from junk food, you get
fat, like fat, because
You get fat, or there's fat in it?
yeah, there's kind of fat in it, like you see, like.
So all foods have something called calories, and the body takes these calories and turns them into energy. But if there's too many calories, the body can't handle them all, and it gets stored as fat.
You pack on the fat.
Oh, you pack it on, and then you gotta get fit, or your body's gonna have some real problems.
The only way to get rid of this fat is kind of get to a diet or a workout.
Or liposuction.
Yeah.
What's liposuction?
Liposuction is sucking out all that fat out.
Yeah.
From the body storing it.
It's gain in a nutshell, that's it. And you don't want to resort to that because it's nasty, do you? Nasty. You don't think you'll ever have to resort to that, eh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of my genetics.
Yeah, because you're sort of predisposed to being unfat.
Yeah.
What are some different kinds of foods?
Well, there's different types of foods, like artificial foods, like vegetables, like also like an orange or a lemon, since those are man-made, because we actually made those.
They're not man-made though. I mean, they
were made in there were fruits and vegetables, and also like a different type of lemon.
Well, it had an original form.
Yeah,
that we manipulated.
Yeah, we manipulated, and then we made it into a type of different.
Yeah, either properly genetically manipulated, or just over time we selected out fruits or vegetables that were more in line with what we wanted, and we would plant those. And so this artificially selected out the kind of fruits and vegetables we would like, or whatever foods, Now, what happens if you don't eat food?
Well, first of all, if you are fat and you have storage to burn, your body will start burning that fat. So then you would start losing fat from the storage of the junk food and stuff, and you would start to lose weight. But
Yeah.
there's also a downside. You will start getting hungry if you're fasting. So it'd be bad for your body if you're young.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, if you're fat, it's not necessarily the best thing to do to just not eat.
Yeah, you just gotta burn calories or something. Not just like go weeks without food.
Well, I mean, that's the killer question that everyone asks. What's the because obesity is a problem here in the West, right? Obesity. What is obesity?
It's fat.
Yes.
Yeah, fatness.
Yes. So I mean, people wish there was an easy way to get rid of this fat.
Well, the only really easy way to like lose weight a lot is kind of just get the liposuction.
Some people get their stomachs stapled.
Oh yeah.
What's that? They restrict the size of their stomach so that they can't actually physically eat that much.
Yeah.
Pretty extreme, isn't it?
Mhm.
Now, cooking food is something that humans started to do in our evolutionary history. Now, what's so good about cooking food over eating it raw?
Well, eating it raw, it's raw. It wouldn't taste good, and it kind of wouldn't, be that tasty or like it. I mean, our ancestors didn't cook them, but they didn't care.
They didn't care. Didn't care.
So, why we cook? So we can make good foods. Like we mix a carrot and some lettuce, same with some tomato.
Oh, I don't mean that. I don't.
And then we just mix it all together and we got something, and you can, just make cooking. Also, it's also leading to junk food too. They cook junk food. They just
Cook
don't.
junk food.
They cook
What?
the patty from a burger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
like that. Same with also turkey and stuff. So they wouldn't just hand you a raw turkey and like you got like a raw patty in your burger.
My point is not why do we cook foods together and be involved in the process of that.
Well, my point is, why do we heat food or cook it in that way rather than eating it raw? There's a big benefit to it.
Well,
There was in our history.
you might gain more nutrients.
Well, it's about digestion.
Yeah.
It's about
I mean,
digestion.
like you couldn't just like eat raw pork. It would be like very hard to eat.
Well, I guess,
And plus, if
Homo
it's
erectus ate raw pork.
yeah, but it would be much more easier for your digestive system to dissolve that. Same with your stomach.
Yeah, so I mean, what we discovered was that we wouldn't have to invest in having large stomachs to help us digest food anymore. We could now have smaller stomachs to allow us to develop larger craniums. Yes.
And so, after we cook these, it will be much more easier for the stomach's enzymes and germs to break these down.
Bacteria.
Yeah, bacteria.
Yeah.
To break these down.
Yes. Yes. So it's much easier on our system. Yes. You got no food.
Well, if you're in the wild, I suggest eating bark. Yeah, tree bark is actually possible to eat.
I don't think you can eat tree bark.
It's actually possible.
I don't think you can.
It's possible.
You'll have to prove it to me.
It is kind of possible.
Well,
Also,
there's the answer.